Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakurai, director of Super Smash Bros.
Okay, guys, the next Smash Bros. Character is gonna be announced. I can't hear anything. Hello?
To give you a first look at our next DLC fighter. Actually, hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today, even among Nintendo staff worldwide. The development team and other stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy, which means other Nintendo staff around the globe will only start making preparations for release after the showcase has been broadcast.
Interesting.
So it won't be available right away. Please understand that it will take a little time. I think even many Nintendo employees will be surprised to see this and say, wow, really?
Let's see.
So, let's all share in the fun of getting our hands on the latest information.
Come on.
However, even if you say, that's not the character I was picturing, I hope you don't have any hard feelings. We've prepared a fighter reveal video. Once it starts, I think you'll figure out who it is pretty quickly. Now, let's do this.
Oh, come on. I don't know if I'll be upset, but we have to see. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go! Fire Emblem? Oh boy.
The time has finally come to unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharas upon our enemies!
So I gotta say, this isn't much of a surprise. A lot of people were saying, yeah, Fire Emblem's happening.
Charging right into an enemy's trap. As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void. In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die?
And it says, like, he's gonna join Smash?
I thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet... there is no other choice. You must join Smash.
I knew it. Okay, but why is it this guy?
Join Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting for?
Here for a letter. Bismuth joins Smash House.
Smash consumes even the darkness itself.
Ooh, what's the stage? What is that sword? It's like a whip sword? He's kind of like Ivy. But what makes him unique? Because he's definitely not Marth like number 6.
So you return, and sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there?
Yes.
And you wield the sword as well? What will you do?
Wait, now you're a girl? Okay.
So that is how you plan to win the day? So be it. I reward your cleverness this time.
Just because you're a girl doesn't mean you're different. Okay, we got a bow. What was that? A bow? A spear? Oh wait! We recruit Violet? Now I got 2 people?
Of anyone, you
Okay,
should
bow,
be the hero's relic.
spear, kind of club-looking thing.
With Arid Fire, strike with superior reach.
I'll give them this. At least it's not like just Marth. That's my problem with Fire Emblem characters. Like, half of them are just Marth.
Along with the sword of the creator, each weapon matches a direction. Your will and mine be now as one. To you, both sides of time are revealed.
Why does this chick sound so familiar? Well, at least we finally got a girl in Smash. I'll give him that. And now that we got the Fire Emblem character out of the way, we can get characters we actually want. Sorry to say that. Look at that poster. But hey, free houses. Get it? Fire Emblem free houses?
Yes, there you have it. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining the battle. Fire Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer, so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This release is planned for January 28th. You'll have instant access if you have the Super Smash
It's only the
Bros.
5th.
Ultimate
It's
Fighter
only the
Pack,
16th,
and
so
it
we
will
got a
also be
while.
available for purchase individually. In case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry.
Oh, I already know what Fire Emblem is, buddy.
First off, what is Fire Emblem? It's really hard to pronounce in Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful. The series' first entry launched in Japan on the Famicom in 1990. You could say it was a pioneer in the genre of tactical role-playing games.
So that's
You
like
might be
that's
wondering
like
what makes it
2 weeks-ish.
tactical. Well, it's tactical in that it simulates combat. You can think of it as moving pieces in a board game, or in other words, a game in which you advance units across a grid and battle.
I like that he's explaining Fire Emblem, even though we know what Fire Emblem is, sucker. You don't have to explain
There
it.
were lots of ones in which you command tanks, aircrafts, and so on. But Fire Emblem was unique because
Like, I'm
each
pretty
unit
sure
was a
someone watching
specific
this
character,
was like,
sort of like
Marth
Marvel.
again? No, it's different. Byleth is like this
Something
teacher
that
guy.
stand out from other Nintendo products. Characters could permanently die. That's pretty direct language though, so perhaps we should just say they're sleeping with the fishes. But really, if a character fell in battle, you'd lose that unit. They'd be gone and you couldn't use them again.
Well, in future games you can. Like, you can just have easy
Recent
mode.
entries in the series maintain this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you. But a lot
See,
of games
he
now
said himself.
allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak. In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary. The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasing.
You know, I was actually thinking of buying, what was it?
Several characters also
The
produce
game
their
Corrin's
own
from
and 6 of the
Fire
7
Emblem
use a
Fates?
counterattack.
But
It's
I
the
just
downside.
never got around to it. I was just so lazy. I was like, I'll wait
Actually a reason for
and
this.
wait
When I
and
was
wait, and then
considering
all 3
how to
games came out, and I was just like,
incorporate
nah.
Fire Emblem into
I guess
Super
I'll
Smash
just
Bros.
get the
game,
next game.
I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn. They attack and you counter. Next comes your turn.
Well, that's the counter in general.
And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series. People who aren't Japanese in particular might be thinking, 17 games? There are that many? Well, if you include Fire Emblem Heroes in the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games. Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge.
Oh boy.
I'll give it a try.
暗黒竜という光の剣、外伝紋章の謎、聖戦の剣、
They didn't even bother having him say it.
封印の剣劣化の剣、聖魔の功績、
Man, Roy got like 3 games. He's lucky.
女神、新暗黒竜新紋章、覚醒イフヒーローズエコーズ風化設立。
There you go, 17.
今
At least Sakurai is happy.
So you saw how I was
Like,
counting in a weird
I'm
way.
just happy it's
I
not
was
Marth
counting in binary.
6. Because again, like, we have Marth,
This is 0.
Lucina, Roy,
Here, and you get 1,
Crom.
and then you get 2.
And then if we got like another Fire Emblem of just Marth,
This would be
people would be
4,
really
5,
mad.
6,
Like, the
7,
fact that it's a girl, plus they have like
Get
3
16.
weapons, it looks like, is
as
really
well as
nice.
17. Awesome, isn't it? You can actually count up to 31 on one hand. And if you use both hands, you can count all the way up to 1023.
畳の数を
Look, stop being a dork.
の数を
If you've given up counting the knots in a tatami mat, you could always give it a go. What is Fire Emblem Three Houses?
Okay, now I honestly don't know
In
about
Japanese,
Fire
the
Emblem Three
male version
Houses,
of the main
except for the
character is
fact that
called
you're a
Beneco, and
teacher.
The female version is called Beresu, but in English they share the same name, Byleth. Byleth becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses. Once you've chosen a house,
You know what's gonna be
through the
great?
school
When,
doors and,
when like,
well,
I see the
you end up
reaction of
fighting
everyone
the
just
house.
be, oh, like,
After a
if this was
certain
just
incident 5 years
Marth,
pass, and you
again, I
meet
keep saying
the
this,
road
if this
to
was just
battle
Marth
against other houses in their
again,
lives.
I'd be
It's
mad.
a very sad game.
But
in
like
which
the
your former
fact that
allies
it's
become
a
enemies,
different
turn hostile,
person
and
plus
try
a
to kill you.
girl, nonetheless, is like, okay. But I guess I'm a little
To
upset
understand
about
the
this one
concept
thing, and
of
it's just
Fire
a
Emblem
dumb one
Three
thing.
Houses, I
There's
played
a
an
chick
early
who was
version of
making
the
a
game
Smash
before
Bro
its release.
DLC comic, and now that it's Byleth, it's another
I've done the same
anime
thing
person.
before,
I
with The
wanted to
Legend of
see
Zelda: Breath of the
Tetris
Wild,
Block
for
or
example.
Diddy Kong or not Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong or Waluigi.
Because I
So now
couldn't
it's just
wait
like
until
an
launch to
anime
experience
swordsman
or read it in
again.
in time.
What's that? Like
For that title, I
4 if
borrowed
you
an
count
early
Banjo?
version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter.
設定することはできないなと初めて分かったりするんですね。今回も同じような
I did the same this time, but with there being 3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel for it.
それをいろいろ
And of course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference.
何しろ攻略サイトなんかももちろんありませんし、いくつかのルート
The game has multiple routes, and the outcome of each is very different.
となるんですね。なので
Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt different roles in the story.
今回は
I'll try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand.
Hey, I'm not buying the game. Spoil all you want.
For the demonstration, I should point out that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release. Right now, it's actually November.
Okay then.
Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version.
Oh boy.
As always, I'm
Well, we
using the
got
special
2
in-game
weeks
camera
ish
and such
before
for demonstration
we get
purposes.
Byleth, so I think we're good.
Here I go.
All right. What's so great about Byleth?
So, this is our new fighter, Byleth.
Hey, they kind of hold their swords a bit different. Oh, they
Sadly,
stopped
they're
moving.
lacking in mobility.
Yeah.
It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about
Ugh.
all I can say for them. Throws are not their strong point either. Their grab lacks range. But actually,
Oh, come
you can
on.
say
Really? They
distance
can't
demon.
they can't move and they
The
can't
hero's
move,
relic
they're
range
slow
changes
and they have a bad
depending on
grab.
the direction you input with the stick. Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses.
But look, this is
They
what I
look
like.
bones, and there's a
They're not
reason.
just Marth.
First, let's talk about the weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator here is Byleth's default weapon. They use it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as down tilt attacks, where it takes the form of a whip.
How hard does Byleth hit? That's my
They
question.
also use the sword for dash attacks and other moves. For their up smash attack, they'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air. For their up air attack, they'll wave the whip sword overhead. The hit detection for this attack lasts for a relatively long time. The up special move is really something. The sword extends like this.
Oh no, it's a whip? Oh, that's cool though.
It was pretty terrifying how I knocked him into the air with that attack. And in addition,
It spikes too?
you can
Oh,
also
God.
things like this.
So why are we in the back of the school
That
for?
said,
Like,
you'll launch opponents upward until their damage
an
reaches
interesting
a certain
place.
percentage.
okay, so at 16, that's like, we want to do that. Oh wow, like,
Exceed that percentage,
above
and
16.
you'll need to be careful. You may find it helpful to mid-air dodge.
could you imagine if like,
But you can also
we
use
got
it
like
to latch onto edges.
a Mario character is like,
So that's the up special.
do you know what Mario is?
Now, for the
Mario is
sideways,
a 2D
this is
platformer.
the same name
Oh,
as
give
the
me a
weapon
straight
of
face.
Celtic mythology.
That's a pretty good range. It's
First,
not
we
Mega
go for the
Man,
full
but it's good
back
range.
air attacks. As you can see, they have a long reach. Like so.
マルスなんかだと
Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right?
こんな感じで牽制をすることありますよね。
Ugh, Marth,
If
I hate
Violet
fighting
does
him.
the same thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat it. Next, the side smash attack. This also has a long range. It'll connect even from here.
That's a weird angle to get knocked at.
Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be stronger.
Okay, so upward tilt it most of the time.
And if you've knocked an opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them.
Interesting.
By the way, the tip of the lance is more powerful. The shaft part is weaker,
So you want to be like a little
so
back
it's not
up a bit.
suited to close combat. It won't deal much damage, and it won't launch opponents far.
So far, it looks like Byleth has a problem with you like being under him. So like you can like
Or downward in this case.
I feel like if I shield his smash attack, I can grab him.
Byleth will simply swing the lance like this, but again, it has excellent reach.
Where down
For
does it do?
example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit.
He's in the middle of the stage. Okay, that's a little dumb.
Actually, you can do a smash attack to charge forward a little, like this.
Huh? Wait, side B smash attack?
But as you'd expect, it can be easily shielded, so be careful. Use it in midair and you'll carve up a large area. Returning to the side air attacks from earlier, they have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality. So this complements it well,
What's down air?
although you'll be vulnerable when you land. Now, for the downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an axe called Emir. It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth. First, the down air attack. It really is strong.
Is it a spike?
You can try
Yep.
for a meteor effect with this attack. Next is the down smash attack. Heavy swing
Kind of like Shulk's
back and forth.
or
As you
DDDs.
can see, it has
Yeah,
a great
more like
deal of
DDDs
launch.
because like he hits forward and back.
And for the down special, Byleth channels all their energy into a devastating strike. It's a great move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different. When readying the move, there's a super armor effect,
Okay, gotta grab him.
which allows you to withstand an attack. Just so you know, if you execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time,
Interesting.
it plays out like this. It's a bit slower than the Falcon Punch, but due to the super armor effect, you have the advantage,
What about a Warlock Punch?
unless you get grabbed.
Okay, Sam is gonna have an easy
Another
time against
notable
this character, if that's
aspect
the
is
case.
that it lets you pass through platforms. While you're charging up, you can breeze past platforms like this to reach a lower area. It won't let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack.
Okay, yeah, the mobility of this character is a little. Ugh.
The swing takes a while, so if an opponent runs behind you during the move, you can quickly change direction.
Or I could just grab him.
Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used
Whoa!
against
That hit it from the behind. Okay.
Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little. It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them.
Okay, jump.
By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters. It
Well,
hits
except for
with that much
Robin.
power in a single attack. Counters can actually multiply the power of blocked attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks like this could just get you hit by counter after counter.
Let's see. Who else is a counter?
Next, we have the neutral moves.
Joker,
The bow you
Palutena.
use is called Failmail,
Little
which shares
Mac.
its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table. It only appears in a few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack. This attack is similar to a move of Pit's and other fighters like him. It lets you spin the weapon around.
Do you swap between places?
It's
Because
also
now we're in the
easy to create
school.
certain combos with it.
Hmm.
And with the neutral special, you'll let loose an arrow. It seems pretty
Well,
straightforward.
that's just
right?
Link's.
But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow. First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's
Oh, that's
also
good.
very powerful. That said, you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button.
Well, why can't Link do that, huh,
You can also
Sakurai?
change direction while in the stance. It works up until this point, but if you keep holding the button, you'll unleash a powerful arrow that looks like a beam of light.
Well, that's good if your opponent's like a mile away, but like, who would ever get hit by
You
that
charge up
normally?
power like so. Charge a bit more, and then fire.
Also, that sucker did like nearly
But
30
again,
damage.
You'll need to take care when using this move. For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it. Not even with the shield button.
So I
In
can
other
reflect or
words,
pocket
you're
it.
committed to firing it. So you see, a situation like this is pretty terrible.
He took 40 damage.
Once you've entered the stance, you won't be able to do anything.
Wow, at 40 he died.
It's a risky attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move, letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents. So you need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon. Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version.
That picture seems kind of lazy. I'm sorry.
As you can see, you team up with the mysterious Sothis and launch an attack together.
I like the music that's playing right now.
というのは原作で確認してみていただければと思います。
Now, let's talk about the color variations. It's set up so that the default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female.
Well, I'm always gonna be
However,
picking the chick.
third, fourth, and fifth colors.
Ooh,
as
I
you can
like
see,
that
reminiscent
color,
of
the one in the
house
red.
lights. Those of you who played the original game will of course understand what I'm referring to. The sixth color is based on Sothis, who you just saw earlier.
What's 7?
And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story. Didn't we see this variation in the final smash?
まあこれは原作でもということで。
Okay. The Grand Mecha
Next, I'll
Monzeri,
introduce
whatever
the
that said.
ステージは
For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Garreg Mach Monastery.
Thank you.
原作における
This is how Garreg Mach Monastery is laid out in the original game. From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge, and cathedral all in one stage.
するルートを取るように作っています。
It's the type of stage that rotates through different areas, such as these four.
その4つのエリアを
Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these four areas.
ご紹介したいと思います。まず一
The
番
first area is the marketplace.
市場です。
Where you meet
I think this is where
townspeople.
a lot of people come to do their shopping. The guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house, Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid.
デミトリは
Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom,
That sounds like
that
something
means
you
they have
hear
a
them
monarch.
say in school. Hey, doo-doo, how's it hanging? Ah, I hate it when they call me
They have
that.
a difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an unfortunate one, that one.
このステージの特徴として
There are vendors on either side. In the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things, but here you can break them, you see.
もしも
Thanks, buddy.
If you do break them, the stage will expand to the left and right.
これから運の
I wonder where people will buy their supplies now.
Oh, hang on. I heard my
In the
grandma.
background, you can
Ugh.
see the gatekeeper. You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to him a lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like you've come to a stop,
Ugh.
you'll
My grandma
come
wanted to give me
crashing back.
fries. I can't eat fries right now. I'm watching Smash Brothers.
And the guests in the reception hall are Edelgard, Dorothea, and Petra of the Black Eagles.
Elgard. Oh, I heard a lot of people wanted you.
Edelgard. They're from the Adressian Empire, and as such, they embrace their military might.
I like their outfits. They're really cool.
Edelgard is one of the characters who is central to the conflict. Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals. You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage.
Can we break them like we can in... Oh, yep, we can!
However, Byleth can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can reach it with other fighters, though.
Byleth's
So,
recovery is
potentially you can
interesting.
work
Like,
your way
it's
up
a
there by getting
whip,
lucky and
but
being
it
launched
grabs
up,
people
or
and
perhaps
drags
by
them
using another
down.
fighter as a stepping stone.
Like
There
that.
you go.
Wait, why did he go up that
And
time
you
before he
can
went
knock him
down?
out. Also, you can break this table. Like so. Just like the sign that reads Furin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range.
Byleth, stop destroying school property! You're a teacher!
Next up, the bridge. The camera rotates 90 degrees.
Ooh, that's a
creating
pretty
long
sight.
Area. It's very wide indeed.
Whoa, this was the longest out of all the
It's similar
stages.
to the bridge of
Giggity.
Elden stage. The guests are from the Golden Deer, Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence. They belong to the Leicester Alliance. Because it's an alliance of many noble families, you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch.
Basically, nobles means you're
Both
rich
Claude
or,
and Hilda
you
are
know,
the names of characters
got
that
a
appear in
wealthy
Genealogy
family.
of the Holy War, the fourth title in the Fire Emblem series.
I like that he even shows the background characters. Like, he doesn't have to do this. He can just be like, this is the stage, it does this and that and this and that. But it's like, he's just like, hey, this is a
naming
character.
process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training. As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect
So it's like
plenty of
Elder
blows to
Bridge,
the
but no
extreme
breaking.
edges of the
That's
screen.
good.
You could
Again,
also
I
say
feel
it's
like out of
great
all the
that
moves,
Fairmont really
Neutral
shines.
Beast kind of
In
the
this
worst.
sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly.
That screen sounds just like Corrin's screen. And now we're
The
in
last
the...
area is the cathedral.
Oh,
With
okay.
some platforms you can pass through. The guests appearing in the cathedral are Seta, Flayn, and Rhea. There's Seta, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flayn. She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Rhea looking kind of fine, though.
Of course, related to their true identities. I feel that Flayn might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that. This is a simple area of the stage. All it has are these platforms. Being
A
the
lot of
last
these
area,
stages seem to
you
be
may be faced with
walk-offs, so
some
be
intense
careful
battles will
when
be waged.
you find this stage in, like,
It'll cycle
someone's
through
random
each
quick
location
play.
in about 2.5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages. That'll give us precisely 5 players per side. Alright, here we go, Joker.
Joker!
Joker! And Hero!
What? You're gonna take everyone out?
Gee, we really made a lot, huh? Banjo! By now, I think you know what I'm doing. But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the professor here. But as expected, it's going to be...
And using the
tough
girl
battle.
one, Sakurai clearly knows his priorities. Also, you have items on. That's cheating, Sakurai.
Not going to land that easily.
Also, we don't even know how smart these computers are. Oh no!
Bennigan's.
And he has Smash Meter on. Like Sakurai, you're clearly your setup is not a threat.
I'll use this chance to attack.
Boom!
Got it.
Yeah, this setup this is for
He's
that was
invincible
fun.
for a moment here. Lots of explosives. Ouch. Perfect shield at that, huh?
That guy has to be at least somewhat confident if he's doing that.
If I do
We didn't
this,
get up
like
though, so that's a
this,
little
go
wonky.
Like so. No anti-air, huh? There, the soccer ball connected.
Oh, and an assist trophy? Sakurai's getting all the good stuff.
Good. There's Mom. You're in a good spot, Mom.
Hey, at
I
least
should've
Sakurai's blowing for this pretty fast.
Well, I guess no one uses projectiles.
What?
At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not.
If I ever played
I feel like
Sakurai,
they
he
might get
totally.
this smash ball.
Oh boy, that was close.
They got it.
Oh, be careful.
But I mustn't give up.
Oh wow, that broke the
I can't
shield.
waste the chance. There's
I'm
another
surprised.
smash
That's
ball.
what he's.
Yes, got it.
Oh boy,
Now, what do you
they got killed though. Nope, not gonna kill.
There's still more.
Oh no! Why is Sakurai getting all these good items?
Go on, you can take the hammer, but it's mine. Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state.
Dead.
I hit him.
Sakurai, you dork.
I was trying to fight using Byleth's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game.
It's funny because I was doing this yesterday.
It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself.
Like classic mode, spirit mode. Like Sakurai just having fun with this game.
Now, about the additional music. Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem stages. There are already a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the game. Our selection this time has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration. 11 songs are being added.
Huh, that's not bad. Doesn't Banjo
This
have like
includes an arrangement of the
20-ish?
main theme
So that's like a little
from
less than
Japanese
him,
and
but
English.
definitely more than Hero got.
I hope
Poor
you'll
Hero.
enjoy these as well. We're also adding in a new spirit board.
Duh.
It includes the house leaders among some of the other popular characters. Sothis is Legend class. Also, there's a new classic mode route, a heroic legacy, which
Don't
is
you
designed
show
to
it,
let you enjoy
Sakurai.
classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history. The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that.
In 2 weeks.
Now for the Mii Fighter costumes. Please take a look.
We still didn't see about that that Doom guy or Gina outfit. Like, who are we getting this time? Okay, someone's Zelda theme apparently. What the heck? Assassin's Creed! Oh my god! That's amazing! Oh god, I think I found my new sword outfit. Oh god, it's amazing. Rabbits? Rayman? Or a rabbit? Okay, it's the rabbits. Mega Man X. Who's gonna be there? Oh, we already got X before, didn't we? I could have sworn we got X. Mega Man Battle Network. Well, I think we already got him too. Like so far, the later ones are impressive. We got Assassin's Creed in here though. Wow! We're getting Cuphead as an outfit? Whoa! Look at Cuphead's in Smash! Look at that outfit! No! What have you done? Now Cuphead's in Smash! Oh my god! This is fantastic! Oh my god! The first hands down Cuphead! Oh my god! Who cares about Violet? We have Assassin's Creed and Cuphead now! Oh my god! No! No! Look at that outfit! It looks just like and we get a song! Oh no! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Why do you keep doing this?
はい、今回
This time,
Oh my
we're
God.
releasing a Cuphead costume. And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added.
I'm
It's
buying
called
this.
Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation. I hope you enjoy these as well. After
I'm
purchasing a
crying.
costume, I recommend using the sharing feature. If someone has created a Mii fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately.
Of course I see Sans in there.
And now, onto the amiibo.
Finally, these guys got their amiibo.
Color
Though
palette
that
for
Dark
Samus
Samus looks kind of a bit
pretty
wonky.
good, doesn't it? Dark Samus and Richter are planned for release on Friday, January 17th.
はい、そして今回
And now, with the addition of Byleth, the Fighter's Pass is finally complete. The lineup was Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry Bogard, and Byleth.
And Cuphead. Don't forget Cuphead. You just put Cuphead in Smash now. Oh my god.
Have been added. But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on. There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there? When we add a new fighter, we don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play.
Well, for DLC mostly. Did he die? Yes, he did.
As I stated,
I was gonna say.
we'll continue to release more DLC fighters down the line. I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
Ooh, we're getting more. Are you gonna show us characters? Even more characters than the Fighters in Zelda. Oh, they gave us another pack. They gave us 6.
Looks like there will be one more fighter than last time. For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will be available for pre-purchase on the date shown, so please keep
Well,
an
not buying it, but
Now that
like,
it's
I'm
official,
definitely
we
gonna
intend to
probably
move
get
ahead
all the
with
characters again.
eye. Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed.
Oh,
Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand why and purchase it. Furthermore,
People are gonna
new
buy it
additions
anyway, buddy.
have already been decided. Even if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them. But I still hope you'll look forward to it.
so
We're also including
Oh.
a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2. Last time, it was a Rex costume. But this time, here's what we have.
yes.
It's
Well,
a
that's not
Mii
too
Fighter costume
cool.
for Mii Sword Fighter, the ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Like, dude, you gave me
This will
Assassin's
not be for
Creed.
sale individually,
Like,
so if you
why would
wanna
I
get
ever
Fighters
wear
as part
anything
of
else?
Fighters Pass Volume 2.
I thought you were gonna show me something like, I don't know, Sora. Lastly,
スマブラスペシャル
It's
は
been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest selling fighting game in the world. Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world.
海外のファイティングですね。今までストリート
Seems
More
like
of a
Street Fighter
crossover
2
if you
was
think
in the
about it.
lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales. However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion.
oh, and
So,
Bash
who
and Street
knows?
Fighter.
But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is number 1.
ということらしいです。ですが、
Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game.
ファイティングの
I feel like it's become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely.
まあ、そう
You're not wrong.
Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters.
非常に感慨深いものを覚えています。第一シーズンの終わ
The
り
first Fighters Pass just wrapped up,
が、やっぱり
but it was decided that there will be more DLC,
これからも休みは
which means no breaks for me.
思っています。
Yeah, since you gave us another pack, we're gonna have more music and we're gonna get a stage.
That's it. Thank you.
Also, they gave us like a Fire Emblem character, so pretty much, like, we don't have to worry like, oh no, we can't get Bandana Waddle Dee. Like, it's gonna be basically like whoever we want. And again, since we got the Fire Emblem character out of the way, we can now move on to characters people actually want. So, I think this is a good direct. And now I'm gonna eat fries before my mom freaks out. Ugh. Hope you guys have a good one. Bye.